All right, Laker fans, welcome into the Lakers Report brought to you by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down all the latest Lakers news and rumors. And today, we're starting off with a hypothetical trade scenario that comes to us via Bleacher Report. Now, Bleacher Report put out this article that said, hey, this is the one trade that every single team in the NBA needs to make. And the one they had for the Lakers was acquiring Seth Curry of the Dallas Mavericks by trading away Alex Caruso, JaVale McGee, and a 2023 second-round pick. Now, if you're the Lakers, you're getting away with highway robbery here because, come on, Seth Curry is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA this year. He's been Dallas's sixth man all year long. He's been able to start sometimes as well at the two-guard position, and he can even play some backup point guard, being a really good playmaker that he is. Now, yes, this is a good trade for the Lakers. I totally get that. But you kind of have to decide, who says no here? The Lakers or the Mavs? I think anyone would say the Mavs, but maybe you disagree. Maybe you don't want to trade away Alex Caruso and JaVale McGee, and we'll talk about both those guys a little bit later, but I want to dive deeper into what the Lakers would be getting here in Seth Curry. Again, one of the Mavs' best players after the All-Star break. After the All-Star break, he came in. Luka Doncic was down with a lot of injuries for the Dallas Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. was in the starting lineup, but Seth Curry was starting alongside of him as well at the two-guard position, and he was red hot after that break. He came in, was one of the best three-point shooters in the league, and continues that streak as we go on. And the thing with Seth Curry, he's not going to be traded away from Dallas for a couple of scraps. Now, I like Alex Caruso. I like JaVale McGee. They're both solid players in their own right. They're no Seth Curry. Seth is putting up 12.6 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 2 assists, and there it is, 45.3% from beyond the three-point arc this year. That's incredible, and it would be an incredible addition to this Lakers roster. But to really put into perspective just how good of a shooter Seth Curry is, look at the all-time three-point percentage leaders. Seth Curry is second in the entire NBA ever, behind just Steve Kerr of the Chicago Bulls, who put up 45.4%, knocked down 45.4% of his three-point shots. And then Seth Curry there, of course, hasn't played as many games as Kerr, but then there's Hubert Davis right behind him. Duncan Robinson, again, a guy who hasn't played that many games, but is on a good path with his three-point percentage. And then Drazen Petrovic, of course, 43.8% from beyond three in his time with the New Jersey Nets. Now, look at the guys who the Lakers are trading to Dallas here. JaVale McGee and Alex Caruso. Now, they also mentioned a 2023 second-round pick, but I don't think that's going to sway Dallas one way or the other. And, the Mavs have had JaVale McGee in the past. He's played on that team already. Not sure he's really a fit there with Kristaps Porzingis. And McGee's been good this year. We'll talk about him a little bit more later in this show. And then Alex Caruso. Now, with Caruso, the numbers don't really tell the whole story because he's got a great basketball IQ, and defensively, he's become one of the most underrated defensive guards. But what Caruso does on the defensive end and what McGee does by finishing around the rim and also blocking shots does not stack up with what Seth Curry does from beyond the three-point arc. But you put Seth in this starting five, give LeBron James another weapon around the three-point arc, that would be incredible. Now, Seth is older. He's almost 30 years old. But put him in the backcourt with Danny Green. That's two incredible three-point shooters. One of them, Danny Green, obviously being a much better defender. Seth can handle the ball as well when LeBron wants it out of his hands. And then you get AD. And, of course, I guess JaVale in this situation wouldn't technically be here because of the trade. So maybe you slide Dwight Howard in there instead. But that's a fun starting five if you're a Lakers fan. But the thing is, Seth Curry is not going anywhere. The Dallas Mavericks are not looking to trade him right now. So, Bleacher Report, we appreciate the idea, but I'm afraid it's a hard no from the Mavs. But maybe the Lakers disagree. Maybe you Laker fans disagree, and you think the Lakers say no in this hypothetical scenario. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, Laker fans, the most important thing for us and for our friends over at Fanatics is that you're staying safe and you're staying healthy. But I know you also want to be repping your favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. When you go to chatsports.com/Lakers mask, you can get a 2-pack of masks. You can get 1 mask for just yourself. Maybe you want to share with your friends and family. A 2-pack is just $19.99. But the best bang for your buck is the 3-pack for $24.99. So you can get one for you, get one for your significant other, and then go get one for your best friend. And you guys can all rock the Lakers gear and stay safe, stay healthy, stay socially distanced right now, and get this Lakers face mask. If you want the one, just $14.99. Again, that's chatsports.com/Lakers mask. An incredible deal, and big thanks, big shout out to Fanatics. Now let's talk about J.R. Smith, because we've talked about him hypothetically on this show for a really long time. But now it becomes official, and he has officially signed on the dotted line with the Los Angeles Lakers on July 1st. The moment that he was available or able to actually sign that contract, he got it done. He posted on social media. The Lakers put a graphic out. It looked nice. He's in that Lakers jersey. He's going to wear number 21 for the Los Angeles Lakers. And, of course, he's replacing Avery Bradley, because once Avery Bradley said, no, I don't want to play because I've got family. I'm trying to stay safe. I'm trying to stay healthy. I don't want to go to the bubble. That opened up a roster spot for the Lakers, and they went out and got JR right away. Now, the last time we saw J.R. Smith really in a fully healthy season and got consistent minutes was back in 2017-2018 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was putting up 8.3 points per game and shooting better than 37% from beyond the three-point arc. And if you can get that kind of production out of J.R. Smith now, that's going to be amazing for the Lakers coming off the bench. And now that we expect the Lakers, I mean, it's definitely an expectation around the league for the Lakers to make it all the way to the NBA Finals. Well, you've got two of the career leaders in three-pointers made on the same team. Of course, the Splash Brothers are up there in Steph and Klay Thompson. Steph Curry has made an unprecedented amount of threes in the finals with 121. And then Klay and LeBron tied at 86 apiece. And then the unexpected guy there, J.R. Smith, is fourth ever. This is all-time leaders in three-pointers made in the NBA Finals. And now you bring in J.R. Smith, who has that experience and has that ability to perform when it matters, aka the championship, and you put him on this Lakers team and in the bench lineup. This bench lineup is a ton of fun. Of course, in this scenario now, I expect KCP to be moved to the starting five. So he's not in this bench lineup. He's technically going to be a starter. But when you roll out guys off the bench in Alex Caruso, a great defensive guard who we just talked about, you get J.R. Smith, a career leader in three-pointers made in the NBA Finals. You get Kuzma, a guy who can come off and give you buckets right away. Dwight Howard, who's been arguably the best backup center in the entire NBA. And then Markieff Morris, who's been a great three-point shooter. And yeah, we haven't seen him a lot in LA yet, but now he's here. He's getting acclimated to the system. Not to mention, they've also got a guy in Dion Waiters who hasn't played for the Lakers quite yet. So this bench lineup is a ton of fun. I'm excited to see it in action. Now, JR is going to be wearing 21 on the Lakers, and really there's not a whole lot of competition for the best Laker to wear number 21 all time, or at least these past 5 seasons, because the last 5 we've seen were Josh Powell, Chris Duhon, Ed Davis, who actually had his moments in LA. Don't get me wrong. I actually liked Ed Davis. If JR can put up 8.3 points per game, great. And then more recently, Travis Ware and Zach Norvell Jr., who was on a 2-way contract and recently got waived. So not a lot of competition there for the best Laker to wear 21 recently. So here's my question to you guys. How many points per game is J.R. Smith going to average once they get to Orlando and get into the playoffs? I'm going to say 8.1. And I think 6 of those 8.1 points are going to come from beyond the three-point arc. And if you're getting that from J.R. Smith, that's pretty solid. I mean, that's a really good bench player. Hopefully he's shooting better than 36% from 3. I think that's a reasonable expectation for J.R. Smith, who really hasn't played a lot of basketball in this past year. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you guys want more Lakers coverage 24/7, 365 days a year, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. So scroll on down. We made it real easy for you. Just hit the big red button. Or if you're watching us somewhere else, go to youtube.com/LakersTV. Make sure you subscribe. We're continuing to grow every single day on this channel and all across our Chat Sports channels. And you're not going to want to miss out on any of the stuff we've got coming for you. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in today's show has to do with Dwight Howard, because there's still no official word on whether or not he's going to play in Orlando. Rob Pelinka says he's completely unsure if he's going to join the team. Meanwhile, head coach Frank Vogel is very confident that he will join the team when they travel to Orlando. So you're getting 2 different voices, 2 of the higher-ups in the Lakers system. Not really sure which one we're supposed to listen to, but he hasn't said anything publicly. He hasn't made it known what his decision is. But the thing about him is that he's played a huge role off the bench behind JaVale McGee. In fact, he's playing more minutes than the starter, who is JaVale McGee. And if Dwight Howard's out, they're really going to be missing a good chunk of points, a good chunk of rebounds, and a really good shot blocker. This year, he's averaged 7.5 points per game, nearly 7.5 rebounds, blocking more than 1 shot per game, and finishing 73.2% of the shots he's taking with the Lakers this year. Now, another thing that's going to be a problem if he sits out is the fact that LA doesn't have a ton of big men on this roster, like true big men. Yeah, Anthony Davis is great. I mean, top 5 player in the NBA, in my opinion, definitely in the running for defensive player of the year, but he's playing that power forward position. I'm not sure you want him playing center the entire time we're in Orlando. And then you got JaVale McGee, who will be the starter and get a good chunk of whatever Dwight Howard's minutes are. But after that, your other power forwards are Kyle Kuzma and Markieff Morris. Neither of those guys are going to be playing the center position for you with Dwight Howard out. So, question for you. I want you to make the prediction right now. Will Dwight Howard play in Orlando? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Now, originally I would have said, yeah, he's going to play, he's going to come in. But the fact that we haven't heard anything, he's been completely silent about this, makes me a little bit skeptical. So I'm kind of on the fence. So I'm going to let you guys decide in the comment section. Now, if Dwight Howard does sit out, that means more minutes for JaVale McGee. And that could be a very good thing for the Los Angeles Lakers because as a starter, McGee's been absolutely terrific. I mean, he's played above expectations throughout the entire year, really since he's been with the LA Lakers. And he does feel good about playing in the bubble. Now, he has asthma, so it's definitely something that needs to be taken into consideration when going and playing in a bubble with everything going on right now and everything that affects your respiratory system with this virus. But JaVale said he's confident in the NBA. He's confident that they know what they're doing. They're not going to let anyone do anything stupid when they get to Orlando, and hopefully he's right. Now, if Dwight sits out, JaVale's getting a lot more minutes, and that could bode well because his per 36 numbers are incredible. So I want to be very clear. These are not his season averages. These are if he were to play 36 minutes per game, he'd be averaging 14.6 points per game, 12.5 rebounds, 3 block shots, and finishing 64% from 3. Now, is this 100% accurate? No, absolutely not. But is this a good measure of what we could see from JaVale if Dwight's out? Potentially. And if that's the case, it's one of the best centers in the NBA. So, guys, thanks for watching this show. But before we get out of here, I want to remind you one more time to stay safe, stay healthy, and go rep the Lakers with our friends over at Fanatics. Check out chatsports.com/LakersMask. Keep that face, keep those noses and mouths covered with some Lakers face masks. Chatsports.com/LakersMask. You can get one, you can get a 2-pack for $19.99, or the best bang for your buck, get a 3-pack for $24.99. Laker fans, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.